All right, boys, we have beta leaks and leaks. So let's talk about them. First of all, LR Bond, CoinShop Bond. We like roughly know what his skills will be. Also, I'm sure it's up there. Actually, no, it's not. Okay, but whatever. But we sort of know what his skills and his passive will be, right? I haven't read this yet. We'll see. Now, what I want from them is obviously they're going to increase his stats. But his Holy Relic needs him to crit, and he can't do that right now. So if he gets some sort of way to crit, then that's pretty good. So passive, he'll be human. I think he already is. Buffer, okay. And small chance since that's not happening. I hope at least not. That decrease enemy HP related stats faster. So that right now what he does is a horrible passive. Is if he doesn't take damage, he decreases enemies HP related stats, right? Which like. You're gonna get hit, bro. Okay, like you're like this freak. Well, red, it's same thing, right? Like this freak. I was gonna do a Heroes Arena video for him. I still will, but you're gonna get hit, right? In PvP, you're gonna get hit. In PvE, you're gonna get hit at some point. Then not getting hit strats, like there's very few that work. Okay, and PvP does none that work. So that's useless, right? So if they somehow rework it in a different way, sure. If they don't, then it's gonna be a useless part of his passive. Probably change it up like 5 turns, but instead 2 or 3 turns to fully proc, which that's still bad, right? If they do like 15% or like 20% every turn up to 3 times, and it's like 60 max or something, that's still bad, right? That's still bad. So yeah, I don't know, it's useless, whatever. He'll hard counter GALAND, no. Not with that passive, but I mean, that's just later, that's their opinion, that's sure, and whatever. Your PP focus on his counter with the goddess race, obviously because he can't snatch. If the extort gets cleansed, the hero team will gain a buff. His best size will be okay. I don't care about your meta analysis. I will be honest. So he doesn't have a passive. Like if his extort gets cleansed, like you get something. Okay, cool. But that's like not like you can't count on that because like, you're gonna extort. And then AoE, and for that you're just going to rely on the cards, and that's it. There's nothing that supports it. Now his passive is just like completely useless. That's bad, especially because if you use Lancelot with him, Lancelot does not want him pressing this card. Lancelot wants someone to do a single target and then everyone hit them, right? This card is not giving him an arrow, so this card is worthless. So if this card is failed entirely because he's gonna get hit, so the HP pass doesn't matter. The whole snatch get cleansed, that's going to be a turn 2 or 3 thing, and then that also requires you to press the snatch card on a team that doesn't like pressing the snatch card. So the guy was doomed from the start, to be fair. But like if they did like a big update, I honestly, okay, that's how he's in the beta. They just throw him away and just remake him completely, okay? But he inflicts flood or sever damage. Honestly, I mean, sever, he needs it so you can crit. That's good, but that's not good damage. And also the way his card works right now is that he only gets the effect on rank 2. Like rank 1 is just a vanilla 150. So unless this says anything. Oh, rank 1 will have the effect on the skill. Okay, well, if he gets that on rank 1, he only gets one of these, right? But like flood is more damage technically, sort of, if you crit every hit, which in that case you only sever, right? But sever is nice because then his Holy Relic actually gets procced and he gets the attack. But he's still dog shit turn 1. Like you need to use like 5 cards until he's good. And skill 2 is, it's the same. Okay, well no, this is wrong. Oh no, this card is right. Never mind. Okay, I was gonna call him out, but okay, this is right. But okay, so the extorted, they didn't change the snatch card. They just gave it dissolve. Okay. And ultimate doesn't matter because it's useless. Okay, well this unit from away, bro. Like this guy is the worst LR by like infinite amount. Like there's not, he doesn't have a passive. It doesn't have a, he has the useless card that you'll never use. Ultimate, let's not even talk about it. And then his AoE is like Perg Meli could fucking tank this. Like Perg Meli would be good against this. Like this guy wouldn't make humans meta when Perg Meli was around if he got an LR back then. Like this guy is so ass, right? Like I'm hoping that this is all just cope lies. Someone whispered this to him and it's all wrong. Especially this analysis is what makes me so like skeptical of this, because it's like it's not just bad, it's also cringe. like typing out he will hard counter Gelda and you bolt the hard. Come on now. Regardless, the first collab of the year, he just likes bolting things, I guess. Sure, honestly, you know, teachers will love that. The first collab of the year, according to my leaker, is Solo Leveling. Okay, I have a lot of things to say about this that I've already said in the past, but it's fine. But Solo Leveling is a collab that I think anyone could, like, well, everyone figured out. I think everyone thought we were gonna get it last year already, right? Because like Netmarble made the Solo Leveling game, of course they're gonna collab with it, right? Same with like Tower of God, same with Shangri-La. We're gonna get those collabs, right? Black, red, blue, yellow. Honestly, I forgot how the game does it over there, like the game, but I swear they have like OCs and stuff. If we get those, I'll be upset because it's not going to be an anime collab. It's going to be a game collab. Because it's easier for the rights to collab with your own game than with the actual anime. Like in a weird way, it's stupid. I think I know what characters it are. It's Lion Boy. It's Sung Jin-woo, obviously. The Igris might be red, maybe. Who would be blue? I'm not sure. 4 characters also? Really? For first collab, 4 characters? Yeah. Sussy. Very sussy. Very sussy. But Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling. Hey, we love Solo Leveling, okay? I've read that thing like 10 times. Like... No, yeah, it was like first year of Grand Cross. Is when I like first started reading it. It's like 5 years ago. And it wasn't done at that point. And then we have a league. The next festival will be Prince Tristan. Which I hope it is true, right? I think this was like a very fairly obvious, like, oh yeah, global fest is going to be Tristan as well. And that's really high for me. I think his design is fire, right? I think like what Nakaba did with Tristan, going from this disgusting creature, you know, no hate. I know he's a child, but I mean, you're ugly. So going from this thing to this thing, this is kind of cold. I like this a lot. Like, there's a part of me that wants to say this is my favorite design in all of 7 Days Since. Like, if GALAND didn't exist. Right? Like, this is actually cold. Wait, hold on. No way. Oh my god, he has earrings. Oh, that's fire. Oh, well, that's an earring. I don't know if, maybe that doesn't have 2, or maybe they just forgot to draw it there. But earrings, fire. Only thing like it's like weirdly bulky, but that's like just the art style in general, right? So it's like fine. I really like his design, right? Also, surely he's gonna be a goddess and demon, right? Or a Nephilim, whatever the fuck they call it, which is goddess and demon in my book. Salazar will be blue, yep, that's for sure. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know. I appreciate we have people leaking stuff again, right? After Alexis got like sorta like told off by Netmarble, or they like did something to change it. One of the two. I forgot how exactly it was. But my opinion on this whole like leak server is like it's just speculations that are like the safest plays ever, and it's rarely anything that's like I could make a Discord account and be like, yeah, so I actually work at Netmarble, say a bunch of like empty things, and then be like, yeah, so like, by the way, like you might not believe it, Bond is actually getting a LR this year. Like, I know it's crazy, no one thought this would happen, but he will, trust me. And it's like actually every single Bond, by the way, as well. It's crazy. You could fake it so hard, right? Which is why I hate this, and I've spoken about so much, is that a lot of stuff that comes from this is like the really obvious stuff and or wrong stuff. Like there is definitely leaks happening. There's definitely real leaks. But if I had to like my take on the leak to educated speculation ratio is like 20% leak, 8% is like, oh yeah, like guys, this is so obvious that we can put this out as a leak. Or like whoever's lying to this guy, I think poor lad's just being lied to by some fraud. But that's my opinion, okay? That's just how everything I've seen come out of this Discord seems to me. And I'm an intelligent person, okay? So that's just my intelligent person take, is that it's 20% leaks, 80% is speculation. I know there's real leaks. I know there's real leaks because obviously there's still leaks, right? But yeah, anyway, that's just my take. But yeah, so I mean, it's gonna come, right? If it's the first collab, we don't know. I feel like February, if they're gonna like is like the space, since we're gonna have an extra collab slot again, right? I assume they're gonna do the same thing, right? So in 2 weeks we'll have a collab. It'll be like, if it's Soul 11, cool, but I can see it being Shangri-La as well, because that thing is like getting sort of big right now. And then they have the assets for both, right? So they can shell whatever they want with like no effort and just write like some like doo-doo kit, and then we're good to go. But yeah, Sanjimu, what race would he be? I guess he would still be human, right? Yeah. They all would be human. Well, if they do Igris, then that'd be weird, right? Like, what, he would just be unknown. And then like, how do you make him work with him? Like, do you not give them any race restrictions? But that's even bad. That's still bad because then they don't, there's no buffers for human unknown, right? So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that whatever they cooked up for that Bond kid is dog shit, and I hope they change it. Let's go back to my theory that it's all lies. Well, I'm over exaggerating, right? But it's all lies. These cards are like, yeah, I can say this, like you can, this is the only thing, right? This is the only thing. If this comes true, then I'll say it's 25% leaks, right? Because if you told me, oh, what are they gonna do with Snatch, like what are they gonna add like for the effect, I wouldn't know. I couldn't think of anything. I'd throw out a bunch of things, but I wouldn't be happy with anything, right? And I'm not happy with this if this is a thing. But if they put it there and confidently, and it actually is this, you know, big, you know. If it's not this, and they're like, yeah, guys, so yeah, it was just the beta stuff. Like, obviously, the stuff could change, right? Then that's cope, and I'm going to 50% leaks and 85% funny speculations. But the passive sucks ass. The obvious thing is that they're gonna make it so it's less turns. Less turns and it stacks quicker, right? That's like what they've done with almost every unit that has had something like this, right? Like Mikasa, they've done the same thing. But Imaru, they've done the same thing when they like brought them back, right? Like reducing the limit, but make it stronger. Even Green Zhao just technically got that, like very quickly he got that buff, where they're like, okay, we'll make it so he can stack quicker, and there's less stacks, but they give more, right? So that's like the obvious thing. And then what, he doesn't have a different like buff, like he has, if his extort gets cleansed, the hero team will get a buff. Like that sounds funky. But yeah. And then the meta analysis, that's just funny to me. Like, dude. Okay, let's say we live in a world where this guy, like his little bro is like actually someone that works in that Marvel. Then honestly, this makes so much sense. Like, just clueless, just nonsense, right? Just clueless nonsense. It's like the JP stream, like booting up the showcase just to do the worst turn after worst turn, right? Like, it would make sense if that's who he gets his beta leaks from, is someone that works there. Then I believe this, you know? Like, these takes makes me believe it. But yeah. If he specifically buffs humans on his passive, that's kind of bad for him because humans hate him. So if they make him work with Sins, that's much better, because on Sins he also gets Gother, and we all, well, if you don't know, the classic back in the day was a rank 3 snatch, he yoink, one shot, right? That was a classic. So if that's something we can bring back, sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. This whole thing since the inception of this Discord has just been really fishy to me. I appreciate it, I like it. But the validity of it, I don't want to comment on it too much. Okay, I've said enough. Anyway, soul leveling. Woo!